Making your toms sound big and punchy and modern is actually pretty easy. At least it is if you know how to EQ them properly. So I'm gonna show you exactly where to boost and where to cut on your tom tracks, and this is gonna work on your drums every time. Trust me, I've been doing it the same way for over 10 years. All right, let's dive in. Okay, toms always sound horrible off the mic before you EQ them. Sounds super boxy, almost like you're hitting a piece of cardboard or something. And so the first place you want to look at is cutting out that boxiness between 700 and 900 hertz. So let's pull up an EQ. We're just listening to the rack tom right now. There's 700. There's 900. Right around there sounds a lot better to me already. And sometimes you only need that cut in the toms, but often you also need to cut out some muddiness a little lower. So that's the second magic frequency, around 150 to 300. So let's grab around 200. There's not a ton of muddiness in this tom. All right, that's already sounding much better. You just can't be afraid to cut out a ton of stuff when you're mixing toms. It's the only way to get that sound. But still, cutting alone is not enough. We still need to add some energy and attack and brightness. By the way, this cheat sheet that I'm using is something I created for you. You can go grab it for free at mixcheatsheet.com. So in terms of the brightness and the top end attack, let's start by adding 8K. And this is a really common area to boost on drums. You'll see me boost it a lot on kick and snare. Usually using a shelf on it. I wouldn't boost as much 8K on a tom as I would on a kick or snare, partially because of the cymbal bleed, but also because I like to boost at magic frequency number 4, which is 4.5K. So let's try that. That gives a nice extra smack to the tom that's going to cut through nicely in the mix, but we still need to add some oomph, some low end to it. So magic frequency number 5, this is for rack toms, specifically 120 to 200 hertz. So let's make it a little narrower. So here it is around 200. To me, this tom sounds better around 120. And the smaller the tom, the higher the frequency. So you just have to sweep it around in this area and just feel and hear where that low end of the tom seems to resonate and really sing. All right, pretty happy with that. We haven't even touched the floor tom yet, and that's where magic frequency number 6 comes in, 70 to 90 hertz for the floor tom. Now, let's just copy the entire EQ over, all the boosts and the cuts, onto the floor tom track. Give you an A/B. So it already sounds pretty good. Let's just check our low end boost here. See, we get a nice low end punch around 85 there. And you don't even really need that much of a low end boost on toms, just a little bit to give it that fullness. And on this one, I think we just need to cut out a little more of the muddy frequencies. All right, let's check it out. Both toms without EQ. And with EQ. There you go. And from song to song, from kit to kit, these frequencies are not really going to change, just the amount of boosting and cutting that you have to do. And you want to follow this up with some compression, slow attack, fast release that's going to emphasize the punch. Or if you want your toms to sound a little more mellow and fatter, you can use a faster attack on the compressor. Like I said, it's pretty easy to get that fat, modern, punchy tom sound just with EQ. And once you know this, you should almost never have to use tom samples again. If you want to see my magic frequency videos for mixing kick and snare, I've got those right here for you. Go check it out. And if you've been watching for a while but haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that button. All right, see you next time.